What's up everyone, this is Shiel aka AltCryptoGems and welcome back to a new market update video. Now in this video I'll be talking about Bitcoin, I'll be showing you my target points and my stop losses. We'll be talking about Ethereum, the Bitcoin dominance and the total crypto market cap, and I'll be sharing two altcoins with my analysis. So before we get started, make sure to follow me on Twitter, that's at altcryptogems for daily crypto content. Like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoyed watching it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything crypto related, have a look at altcryptotalk.com, link in the description, where we post all analysis, reviews, and so much more. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily time frame. Now, let's see what has happened. Pretty much in the last video, we drew these resistance support lines and not that much has changed since last week. Now, as you can see, we had a clear bullish uptrend, which was happening. We got inside a new range where we actually didn't break out of 44K. We hit our first resistance at 48K with a rejection. And then we had a very strong bounce from the support. We broke immediately out of 44K and thus the range. And actually, we also broke out of 48K within a couple candles and pumped right up to towards 52K. Right now, it seems to be as if we're in the 52 to 48K range. And the question is, what will happen next? So my current targets are, if it breaks above 52K, then 56K is next, as there's little to no resistance in this zone over here. And if we actually fail to break 52K, then I see us either bouncing back on 48K or losing it and going towards 44K. But right now we are still in a very bullish move. So to confirm this, we're going to look at the 4-hour time frame, as it shows a bit more in depth on what we can do. So once again, we're having a look at the range that we're in. Like I said, we broke out of 44K and pretty much immediately out of the 48K. And we're now in a range between 44 and 52K. Now, as you can see, we've been consolidating right on the 52K. We had 2 deviations above and 1 deviations over here, and over here below the range. And we're still trading inside of this range. So what are the two scenarios that I'm watching? Either we go towards the top of the range, 52K, and we easily break out of it towards 53K. As I drew out of here, we'll possibly see a small pump, then have a retest, and then see the movement upwards. And what you want to do is you want to open a long right at this point. Now that's scenario 1. Scenario 2 would be, if we actually fail to do so, we're possibly going down outside of the range. We're going to have a small dip to get back onto the resistance and then lose it towards 48K, 50K. And this is an area where I'm going to be buying or opening a long once again. So these are the two targets that I'm watching right now. Now, as you may know, if you want to get started with crypto trading, my platform right now that I'm using is Bybit. Link in the description below. Sign up there. You're getting the best deposit bonuses and it's the best UI if you ask me right now. So let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is important to watch because obviously it's the biggest altcoin there is and it determines the alt season and is showing us the strength of altcoins. Now, like I said before, we had a massive uptrend for Ethereum, which is still going on. We had a couple key level breakouts and we then formed it back into a support over here and we broke out of that range as well. So right now we are inside of the range between 2.6 and 3K, and I'd say the possible next support would be around to 2.6K. Our first resistance right now is at the 3K. As you can see, we nearly hit it a couple times over here. And it seems to be, if we actually break this, then 3.5K might actually be easy because there's little to no resistance in between. So either break 3K and go back or actually move on towards this range, or lose it and stay inside of the range between 2.6 and 3K. So to confirm, let's also have a look at ETH Bitcoin. Now this is important to watch because it shows you whether ETH is stronger or Bitcoin is stronger. So first of all, we've seen a very long consolidation on the ETH Bitcoin pair, pretty much from May 2021 till around January of this year. So we had our consolidation phase, we then had the deviation phase, and right now we are pumping outside of it and we're getting back inside of this range that we formed over here in 2021. So our next resistance, as you can see, we've actually broken out of this downtrend. Our next resistance would be at around the 0.08 0.8, as that's the crucial resistance that we had in 2021 as well. If we actually break out of this and we go up even further, then like I said over here, we will possibly be in a full-blown bull run and a possible alt season is happening, which we had exactly over here and even a tiny bit over here with an alt season. So that right now is my thought for Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, another chart to watch is obviously the market cap dominance of Bitcoin. We've talked about this before and not that much has changed since the last video, but we were inside of an uptrend showing you that Bitcoin is actually stronger than the altcoins right now. However, as you can see, we are on a tiny movement down, making sure that Bitcoin is less dominant, so altcoins are stronger. And possibly we will reach this lower spot of the channel, and which is also the support over here. And possibly we're getting back up towards this resistance at 54%. Eventually, I see us going towards this top over here at around 57% if we get a Bitcoin season. And once that's done, then I'd say we're going to an alt season. So another chart to watch, the total market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So why am I having a look at this chart? Now, I think this one is important because it's showing you exactly how much money is in crypto without Bitcoin and Ethereum, stating also how much retail money is actually in crypto. So like I said before, not that much has changed, but we formed a macro bottom for the past 2 years. We then had a breakout at around 450 billion US dollars. We moved upwards and then we had a downwards channel happening. We bounced perfectly on the support over here once again at 450 and then have gone upwards, and it seems to be as if we're now inside of a tiny range. Now, like I said before, the next target to watch is around 620 billion US dollars. And what I'm thinking is if we actually break out of this, then we will have a full-blown bull run happening once again. It's pretty much the same as if we had in 2021 over here when we broke out of it, and also the beginning of 2021 when we had our first pre-bull run happening. So that is the target that I'm watching right now. Now, I want to talk about 2 more altcoins that have caught my attention. So let's first have a look at MANTA, which is a coin I've talked about before, and I think this has a bright future ahead. So why do I think MANTA has such a bright future ahead? As you can see, we had a launch pump happening, which happens with pretty much all tokens. And then what happened is we didn't actually dump, which happens with so many coins these days. We then had a proper rally going upwards and then a very good consolidation phase. Like I said, we didn't really dump down, as usually charts go up at listing, then have a small dump with a rally and then possibly go down even below the listing price to get back on a reversal. But as you can see, the consolidation phase was very nice for MANTA. We actually also had a rounded bottom forming, which is a bullish sign usually. And we have actually broken out of the listing price, and we're right now at the time of this video trading pretty much on the listing price. So what I'm thinking is either we bounce down outside of this rounded pattern, we continue back up, and once we properly breach this listing price, then I'd say the first resistance to hit will be our Fibonacci at 1, which is around 3.8, 3.9 US dollars. So those are my targets to watch. Now, another token I want to talk about is called ONDO, another altcoin that I'm heavily investing in right now. And let me show you again why. We had a launch pump and actually we continued an uptrend happening, which is very, very rare for tokens these days. We then had a very good consolidation phase happening and we have actually never lost the support at all. We then had a breakout from the consolidation price upwards and we actually fell down a quite bit and then had a perfect falling wedge happening. Now, we then sat exactly at the 1 Fibonacci and had a perfect pump towards the 1.68, which is exactly our target that we set before. And it seems to be right now we are finding a new consolidation phase over here. So what will be my target to watch? Once again, the 1.6 Fibonacci at around 0.4. Once we actually break that, then I'd say we're heading towards our next target at around 0.51. So those are my areas to watch for ONDO. And that pretty much concludes it for this video. Once again, follow me on Twitter at altcryptogems, like this video and check out altcryptotalk.com. I hope you guys learned something from this video and enjoyed watching it. If you did, please leave a like and see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching.